All right, we've got something cool to talk about today. And most every day, what I talk about is cool, right? All right, so I like most of the knives I talk about, and I think they're all cool. But this one is especially cool, and for a lot of reasons. And we're going to talk about them. So this is Null knives. This is the Raiden model. It's kind of cool that it has a drawer as the packaging. So here is Sean is the owner and founder. There's his contact information. I will also put a link down below. I think I see a sticker way in the back here, but it doesn't want to come out, so we'll deal with that later. This was loaned in from Alex over at the Watch and Cut channel. And I like the foam. It's cut out really nice. Pocket clip sits in there. All cool, right? The drawer is a nifty, kind of different thing. Here's a little bit of specs on this particular knife. Pretty new from Alex back in 2022. This thing fires like a freaking bullet. That's the cool part. And that's one of the cool parts about it. Like, you can't misfire. I mean, I guess you could misfire it, but just a little bit. Man, that was about as light as I could go. And it's still going to open. Okay, it almost as though it's an automatic. It's not. It's not even spring assisted. It reminds me very much of the Hellraiser production series Hellraiser. It takes a little bit of oomph, but once you get it, it's there. No matter what you do, it's going to fire. I have a hard time slow rolling the Hellraiser P series. I don't even know. I haven't tried. Yeah, you can slow roll this one. If you so chose, you can do it. It's really hard for me to do on the Hellraiser. Just the sound really is awesome on this thing. And they're like, what did I geez, I thought I wrote it down. They're like $300, $400, $300. Totally spaced it. $300, I think these are. Titanium frame lock with a thumb stud. Okay, pretty basic stuff. It is a little bit monotonous in some regards because, yeah, it is just titanium frame lock, M390 blade, kind of the standard affair, right? I really like the logo here in the lock bar cutout. I'm sure it's been done before. I don't know that I've ever seen it before. So I think that's very cool. The pocket clip, it works really fantastic. It's a personal thing with me. When they swoop kind of opposite the knife, typically your knives kind of, in my opinion, just kind of swoop like this, like a frown in this regard. And the pocket clip is like a smile. Like it's a little odd to me. But that's really, that right there is the only issue I have. Frame lock with steel lock bar insert, over travel stop, belt satin blade, blacked out PVD coated scales, gold anodized titanium hardware, and backspacer and clip. Very ingenuitive lanyard hole here on the backside. I think that's a great way to do it. I am not a lanyard guy. I've said that many times before. It's got a lanyard hole for those of you that like it, but it has no hole for me when I don't want to use one. Much like this North Arm Skaha. It's got a big hole there. I'm never going to use a lanyard, so it's just, to me, unsightly, slightly unsightly. Oh, boy. So when it's hidden like this, I think that's just a super cool way to do it. And when your action is this crisp and clean, how can I dislike it? So they have some more coming out any day now. By the time you see this video, they will probably be out. There will be a link to the website down below. Timing wise and everything, I didn't get this video to be posted. I have a bunch of other ones posted already and kind of in a sequence and things like that. So this is going to drop after the This video is going to drop after the knives drop on the website. I just didn't work out the time. I didn't even know. I went to the website to check out some stuff and get some more details, and that's what I found out. So we'll see. I'll try to time it so that I can get this out around the time of the drop. Actually, I'll probably just change it up. I'm going to just drop this on the day that these drop. So never mind. You're going to see this the day that these are dropping on their website. And there you go. It's a little funny because it's going to come out before the unboxing of me getting this from Alex. Yeah, there is a little bit of a method to my madness when I schedule videos and do videos. We can get into that at a different time. So it's 4 1/16, 4 3/16 closed. 7 5/8 overall, 3.27-inch blade with a 3.10 cutting edge. 0.133 blade thickness, 0.015 behind the edge. So this thing is really thin, really slicey. M390 blade, as I mentioned, runs on ceramic bearings with a ceramic detent, 0.489 overall thickness, and weighs in at 3.8 ounces. These are designed and created in New York. Not made there, they're made overseas. Sean, who is the owner and founder and designer and whatnot, started the company in 2020, had a love affair of knives and gadgets that make life easier. So he went down the rabbit hole as a kid and realized that there is a lot to this crazy knife EDC community that we all know and love. And it's kind of a cool story that he went down the rabbit hole himself, much like we all do, realized there's so many things out there that he started creating them and designing them himself. Had such a passion for it, which I think is great. Do not get it twisted. Dirk is not making a knife. Okay? Dirk is not changing into a knife designer. Regardless of the people that have asked me, I've had people ask me to do that, not ask me to collaborate with them. That might be a different story. But I've had people ask me to design a watch and to design a knife. And just random people, friends, YouTube viewers, things like that, have asked me to do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not smart enough for that stuff, guys. Come on. I am just your average guy here talking about knives, hoping people watch once in a while. Here it is with a Sharpie. The Spider Codelica. And since I pulled out the Hellraiser, how about next to the Hellraiser? I don't know that I have anything really in the same exact category as the Raiden that I own myself, but I pulled out the Skaha also. It's very similar in size and shape-ish. I think this is a fantastic knife. I usually don't love gold accents, but just this combination looks great. I know that they are going to have a tuxedo version on their website. And again, there'll be a link down below, so I won't go into all the details. But it's a PVD handles with a acid washed blade, and then they have a reverse tuxedo, which obviously is a PVD blade with the acid washed titanium scales coming. That one looks really cool too. But yeah, I don't know. I can't buy every shiny thing. I've got a couple of things that I've got in the works. So I'm not going to rush out and buy one of these when they drop. I may kick myself later because it's a cool knife, for $300 or so. I don't know that you can go wrong. I think it's done really, really well. So Alex, thank you for sending this in. Please go check out Alex's channel and check out the Null Knives website down below, because these are dropping on the day that this video is going live, which will be April 20th, 2002.